Dan, Marketing Man Moskal here, and what we're doing in this video, we're going to go ahead and take a Blogger website or blog and put it on a custom domain name. That is obviously the URL up here. Of course, you're probably familiar. This is, without this, you're going to have that .blogspot on the end, and this way we're going to remove that .blogspot. So with this video, we're going to do it with GoDaddy. So what you have to do in the first step is to go over to GoDaddy, pick your domain out. So for example, danmoskalmarketing.com is the domain that we just did. Pick that out, and that's the domain we're going to look at as this example here. You can see it, but you're going to have to excuse me. You're going to have to go over to GoDaddy, buy your domain. It's about 13 bucks. Once you have your domain purchased, we're going to go over. This is the screen we're going to look at. In your GoDaddy account, here's your Blogger account. We're going to use this one as our example, the video example. And we'll go ahead and look at the Blogger here first. So the settings is what you want to click. It's on the left side here. And what we're looking at is this one right here, publishing and the blog address. What we want to do is click this little blue button, add a custom domain. Once you click that, you're going to have this little screen pop up, the little box, and what you have to type in here, you have to type in that www. You need the www, otherwise you're going to get another error message. You have to do www, and then we're going to just call ours example.com, but you have to put your URL, your domain name there, whichever one you just bought from GoDaddy. Now at GoDaddy, well here, let's go ahead and click save because this is what we have to do. You're going to get an error number 12. That's normal. That's the way it works. What we have to do here is grab these 4 pieces of information. And we're going to take these 4 pieces of information and we're going to put it into our GoDaddy account. And I'm going to show you exactly how and exactly where. And that's going to take our URL and it's going to remove this back end of it, the .blogspot. It's going to remove it and it's going to put it on the URL that you just purchased. So let's go over to GoDaddy. Yes. And here we're looking at the domain. This is the domain we just purchased, danmoskalmarketing.com. We're going to click this green button, launch. This is going to take us to the next screen where we're going to plug those 4 pieces of information in. Right now it's currently on the settings. That's going to open up by default. You have to click this DNS zone file. Now this is a newer, they just updated this. You can click this button and look at the classic mode. This is probably what you'll find some other things on, but we're going to look at the new one. So what we have to do is scroll on down, and this is where we're going to be looking at the Cname alias. So we've got these 4 pieces of information, and these top 2, we have www, and let's go ahead and just do this one at a time. So copy the www. Go over to your GoDaddy account under the Cname alias. We're going to, there should already be a www here. If for some reason there isn't, you just have to scroll up and you have to click add record. I would recommend that you do it from the top, but you click add record. And from record type, you'll scroll down and you'll click Cname alias. And the host is www. So you paste www in as the host. And remember, this is the Cname alias. This is a drop down menu. You have to pick the Cname alias. Host is www and points to, we're going to go back over to Blogger. www points to ghsgoogle.com. Copy this and you're going to paste it in. And then you're going to click save. I'm not going to click save because I already did it and I don't, I'll show it to you though here. So that's the first 2 pieces. And you can see ours right here. It's www and gs.google.com. And what's going to happen is once you plug that in, there's going to be a little button here that says save. Make sure you save it. You got to save it. But we still have these other 2 pieces of information down here that we have to put in. And we have to do this the exact same way. So let me just go ahead. Your 4 pieces of information will be unique, although it's really just the bottom 2 pieces are going to be unique. But you have to put in all 4 of these pieces. So this is the third piece here, the one that's under www. We're going to do it the exact same way. We're going to go back up here underneath the zone file. We're going to click Add Record. We're going to click Cname Alias. The host is this one. That's going to be unique for your blogger domain and your website. And then this, it's pretty easy. It matches up. It's the horizontal. So this points to this one. And I would rattle off these letters and names, but it's all gibberish, and it's yours is going to be unique. And then you paste it in. So those are the other 2 pieces of information. Then you click Save. We're not going to save it because we already did it, but you need to click Save. So I'll go ahead and show you here. Ours is this P26 blah, 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 and it points to the GV blah, 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 blah. And then there's going to be a little thing up here that pops up that clicks Save. So you click Save. So let me just wrap this up here because there's one last step before this is all done. But it's put these 4 pieces in. These 2 match up, and then these bottom 2 match up, and those are both under the Cname alias. And remember, in this white box, you have to put in that www. If you don't put in that www, you're going to have some error messages. So once you have those done, there's one last thing we have to do. And let me go ahead and mention it's going to take roughly at least an hour before all this stuff, they call it propagating, but it's basically everybody communicates with one another. It's not going to happen instantaneous. So the very last step, make sure you save all this stuff. Please, 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 make sure you save it. And you have to go back, and if you have to go back and double check, you'll be able to see what you added right here under the Cname alias in case you run into any challenges or difficulties. And remember, it's going to take a little bit of time. It shouldn't take any longer than 48 hours at the absolute most with GoDaddy at least. So those are most of the steps, but here's the very last step. Go back over to your domains. You want to click the checkbox next to the actual domain that you're working on. And then you have to click on this, you don't actually click it, but you just hover on this little blue arrow above it at the top. You can see it right here. And you want to click, you're going to have to click forwarding domains. So we're going to click on that. And you'll probably have to click add forwarding. We already added it. But what you want to do, you have to forward it to www. I believe it was just, you literally just paste it in. You just paste it in and forward it to the www, your domain name. And like I said, it's going to take at a minimum probably at least an hour before everything's propagating. But then when it shows up properly, this is the site we just moved over to www.danmoskelmarketing.com. And let me go ahead and show you why you have to do that forwarding. So you know how if you don't put in the www before the vast majority of websites that you visit on the internet, it'll still take you to the website? That's why you have to do the www. So let me just go ahead and pull this up in a new window, because we're going to just danmoskelmarketing.com. We did not put the www in front of it. Now watch. It gives us an error message right now. And that must be because it's still propagating with the actual forwarding. But what should happen and what will happen here is, I thought that was working. Maybe we've got our cookie on there. Let's try it over here. Sorry about that. I could have sworn I checked that. Yes, so here, this is just in a different browser. We didn't put the www in front of it. And when you have the forwarding on it, so this is perfect. Sorry about this, but when you don't, if you don't put that www in front of it, you're going to get an error message if you don't forward it. This is what will show up because there isn't that www. And this is just, don't pay any attention to this because it's a cookie. meaning that it's not doing that right now because we were just doing this before we made this video. But it's all updated now. So on this browser here, where we haven't put that www in front of it, and the reason you do that is because you don't want to get an error message if somebody doesn't put www in front of your URL. You want them to be able to get to your website, and that's what the forwarding does. So when you don't put www in, it'll automatically forward them over to the www. It basically just makes it all connect. If it doesn't make sense here and this is all uber geek, don't worry, because you don't need to know how it all works. You just need to know how to do it, because you'll never look at this stuff again unless you have another website. It's a one-time only, one-time shot. You don't have to know all this stuff. And let's just go ahead and go through these things, and let me go ahead and just show you. Please visit danmoscowuniversity.com and sign up for our newsletter. We've been working online full-time since 2006. We've got a whole bunch of things here we're giving away. We've written a number of books as well here, including How to Create a Website Easy Button, Earn Money Online with Google AdSense, Amazon, Your Business, and more. Available in Amazon, along with our 6 other books now, so 7 in total as of today. And let me go ahead and just wrap this all up, and we're going to go through all the 4 steps. Let me go ahead and just click on this. Yeah. So it's literally, this is what you're going to see. It'll say add forwarding. Just paste in www.yoururl.com, and then you click save. So let's go ahead and just wrap this all up and go through these quick 4 steps. So you want to type in your URL that you just bought here in the white box. You're going to, once you type that in, these 4 little pieces of information, the 4 golden keys are going to pop up. These 4 golden keys are your Cname aliases, and each one horizontally match up with each other. You have to go over to your domains and your GoDaddy account. You're going to go to your DNS zone file. You're going to add a record, and you have to do this twice. You add the Cname alias, the host. This first block is the www, and the second one is, and the next one's the one underneath it, but the first one's the www, and then it points to the one that's directly across from it. So it's the GHS Google. So make sure you got these all set up. They match up horizontally, and you have to do this twice. Once you have those in, you have to click save and save, and then you'll probably have one that'll pop up here. You have to save them all. Make sure you save them all, and you can see if you need to check them. We have our www.ghsgoogle.com, and then these are our other 2 pieces for ours. Those are going to be unique to yours, so don't use mine. It's not going to work if you use mine. And then once you save all this, we're almost done. We have to go back over to the domains. And you have to, but go back over to your domain, check the box, and then you want to click on the forwarding, and you have to forward domains. It's that blue arrow, and it'll probably say add forwarding, but you just forward to, and then you just paste it in, www, your URL name that you just bought, and then once you have that stuff, you're also going to have to go back over here and click save at Blogger. If it doesn't save right away, you have to, it's weird, you got to make sure you have to get this stuff. It'll probably take about an hour, but it has to save at Blogger. If it doesn't save, you're going to get a different, I believe you'll get 2 different pieces of information down here. So don't leave this screen until you have it set up, until it will actually save, and it'll remove this error. It'll actually save when it's all set. So if you have any trouble or comments or concerns, please let me know. This stuff, just have a little bit of patience. It's not going to happen instantaneously, but as long as you get those 4 pieces in, you forward your domain, then it'll work just like this. We did this here in just, I think it took us about an hour, maybe a little bit over an hour for everything to, quote, propagate. And if you'd like, we're going to put an annotation on this video here and put a link over to this site. We've got a free SEO report we're giving away, the 7 plain truths. But visit, sign up, and let us help you here. You can also find our books including email marketing that works, the blueprint to affiliate marketing. We've been working online full-time since 2006, earning an affluent income, including how to create a website easy button. We've got a whole bunch of stuff over here. They're available at Amazon, iTunes, Barnes & Noble. We're also on the audiobook and on Kindle. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please like this video and please have a terrific afternoon. This is Dan Moskal, looking forward to talking to you again here soon.